You know how to control your strength and weapon to bypass their skin, muscle, and bones to attack their weakness. Your damage against creatures with a similar anatomy is permanently increased by 1%. Tip: this skill will level up according to the number and types of creatures you kill. PRN: 1 foot is around 0.3 meters. Inventory space: 1 cubic meter. Other, unknown. EXP: 98, 100 foot. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. After a month of intense training and enough food to eat, Roy's strength, constitution, and dexterity saw a slight increase. His face was no longer a stark contrast to his jet black hair, but instead had a pink glow of health to it. Roy was obviously sturdier than he was a month ago. He was still scrawny, but at least he had shed that feeling of extreme weakness. Will was the attribute that saw the biggest increase, but Roy thought it was natural. Anyone would have an iron will after having puked for a month and kept on working in a bloody, squalid, and rancid environment. Roy could feel something evil coming from his new passive skill. The odds of it activating and the damage increase it provided were only 1%, because it was only a level 1 skill after all. The damage increase would help in at least some situations. Besides, the skill could level up through skill point distribution and the moment Roy made enough kills. Since I got this skill through the butcher's teaching, and it levels up through killing, why don't I call it? Roy gave it a name, and the unnamed skill was called Massacre. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. On the way back to his house, Roy bumped into Brandon, who tried to ram into him. Brandon had a special affinity with magic. He only spent a month mastering the little tricks Roy taught him, such as the prophecy, the magical hay, and the phantom fork, and he was already performing them perfectly. Roy wasn't sure if Brandon could be a bard, but he knew Brandon could be a magician if he wanted to. After being harassed by Brandon for a month, Roy had already held up his end of the bargain, and he had no desire to play along with Brandon anymore. How many times have I told you? I taught you everything I know, so let me go, you snotty brat. It's fine. You can get a gander of this trick I improvised on. Man, if I perform this when I become a bard, the whole chaos going to be surprised. No, the whole lower Posada. Not interested. I have a job to do. I can give you some cracklings. Fletcher made it yesterday. Brandon gave him a sycophantic smile. That was the first time the little guy had to beg for a favor. Usually it was the other way around, but after finding out about magic and falling in love with it, Brandon showed an unprecedented passion for it.